In the end, what do people live for? Ladies and gentlemen, the ancients used to say, with thousands of loads of grain, one still only eats 3 meals a day. With a 10-story house, one still only sleeps in a single room. With hundreds of treasures and carriages, the heart still feels sorrow. Even high-ranking officials still go to work every day. Glory and wealth pass by like fleeting clouds. Life seems long, but when looking back, it feels so short. In this bustling life, have you ever seriously asked yourself, what is the purpose of life? What do we live for? And in the end, what is it that we spend our whole life pursuing? Once upon a time, there was a story. In a fishing village by the sea, there were 2 fishermen. One was very diligent, clever, and resourceful. The other seemed uninterested in work. Every day, the diligent one went fishing at dawn and returned late at night, resting no day of the year. Meanwhile, the lazy one caught just enough fish to sell for a day's rice. Then he lay on the beach resting, or went home to enjoy time with his family. One day, the lazy fisherman asked the diligent one, "Why are you always so busy? From morning till night. I want to catch more fish, sell them to save up for a boat. And once you have a boat, what will you do?" The diligent man gazed far out to sea and replied, "I'll catch even more fish, earn more money to buy a bigger boat. And once you have a bigger boat, then what? I'll buy an even bigger one. Then I'll stop fishing altogether. And every day just lie on the beach in the sun, resting and listening to the waves." As he envisioned his bright future, he proudly answered. The lazy fisherman said, "But look at me now. Every day I already lie in the sun and listen to the waves." The diligent man fell silent in thought, saying nothing more. At first glance, many may think this story is negative, but in truth, it contains a profound lesson that makes us reflect deeply. What is the purpose of life? How do people truly want to live? What are we really pursuing all our lives? The diligent fisherman busied himself all his life, only to wish to lie on the sand, enjoying the sunlight and listening to the waves. The one who caught only enough fish for the day already had what the diligent man was striving for. Perhaps the diligent one was living a somewhat blind life, maybe even a little pitiful. In life, there are indeed many moments when we live blindly, chasing after fame and gain, material love, even a single breath, without truly asking what these things actually mean for our body and spirit. In today's modern life, material abundance is endless. Luxury and indulgence are everywhere. But because of this, many people sink deeper into indulgence, dependent on possessions without realizing it. Not a few people, for cars and houses, beauty and desire, money and power, have become slaves without knowing when. The ancients taught, material wealth is external to the body. At birth, we bring nothing with us. At death, we take nothing away. Meanwhile, the soul still passes through 6 realms of reincarnation, and yet we fight endlessly for those external things. Becoming slaves, is it worth it? On those bustling, crowded streets, ask yourself, how many people are not slaves to material things? How many can truly preserve a rational, clear mind to live? Taoism teaches that we must return to our true nature, return to the innate essence of human beings. They believe that returning to one's origin is the ultimate purpose of life. That is where true peace lies. deep within each of us. Surely we all long for ourselves and society to return to truth and kindness. So how can we truly achieve this? If we can avoid being dejected because of external things and not become slaves to them, then even though our bodies live in the mortal world, our hearts dwell in a heavenly realm. This truth is indeed profound. Many people, when down on their luck, only at life's end suddenly realize what they have lived for. First, is your spouse truly yours? No. Even if husband and wife share meals, a house, and a bed, sharing joys and sorrows together, in the end, there will be parting. You may be born together, but cannot die together. To live 100 years side by side, that is only a dream. Second, are your children truly yours? No, they are not. Though bound by blood between parents and children, it is still only a temporary bond of this life. Filial duty and care for each other. Bring joy to a family. But in the end, when you depart this world, your children can only see you off, not bring you back. Third, is money truly yours? No. You work hard to earn it, then think of ways to spend it, no matter how much is in your bank account. It is still only external wealth, born with nothing and dying, take nothing. Fourth, are houses and cars truly yours? No, even if you strive endlessly for them, when you depart, all returns to zero. When you are gone, all is gone. A day is short, so short that before you grasp the morning, evening has come. A year is short, before you savor the colors of spring. Autumn frost arrives. A lifetime is short, before you enjoy its best years. Old age has come. Old age arrives too quickly in 100 years of life, and realization comes too late. So we must learn to cherish. Cherish family, friendship, brotherhood, colleagues, and community bonds. Once past, they may never return. After 20, home and away feel the same, for we adapt wherever we go. After 30, day and night feel the same. A few sleepless nights matter little. After 40, education level feels the same. Sometimes the less educated earn more. After 50, beauty and ugliness are alike, for by then, wrinkles and age spots appear on every face. After 60, high and low rank are alike. Retirement makes all equal. After 70, big and small houses are alike, for weakened bones keep you from roaming the whole space. After 80, much or little money is alike, for you cannot spend much anyway. After 90, male and female are alike. Don't ask why legs tremble, why they no longer hold steady, why, and why. After 100, rich or poor, beautiful or not, all lie in the earth the same. Ask yourself, if those skeletons rose, what would they do? So why do we come into this world? By shallow and unwise thinking. We come into this life to seek food, wealth and possessions, to enjoy them. The world's sweetness is abundant. Wealth, fame, food, power, love, family. Then we depart. leaving the banquet of life to those after us, leaving with much regret, taking nothing with us. In the process of seeking and enjoying, we cause troubles and suffering to others, clinging and competing without end. What kind of consumption does not harm others or nature? The opposite attitude is withdrawal. Not wanting to do anything, not wanting to develop, expand, or create, like a bee that only wants to stay in its hive, not gathering nectar to make honey, not pollinating the flowers, to bring about a season of fruit. To the unwise, this life is only for greed and possession, to have more than others and more than nature. Such living gives rise to the 5 poisons: greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and wrong views. These poisons pollute and burden life. In their violent grasping, such people damage life around them through their temperament and actions. Like a greedy bee scrambling for more, wanting more and more. This behavior not only ruins flowers, but also causes its own wings to be stuck with resin and pollen, unable to fly anymore, crawling aimlessly until death. The habit of grasping and keeping is deeply ingrained. It is a heavy karmic pattern of humans. From childhood, crawling on a mat, we reached for objects in front of us. If we grabbed them, we put them in our mouths. Growing up, we grasp even more. The world, to us, is limited to what we can grasp and what becomes ours through grasping. When marrying, we still say, take a wife, take a husband. Ordinary life is the expansion of self and possessions. Yet everyone knows this expansion has limits. Even nations, far greater than individuals, are limited by their borders. 2 nations coveting the same land. If neither yields, war breaks out. Grasping is a human habit, a karmic tendency. It is an act, a habit rooted in consciousness. And this very grasping of the mind binds us mentally to the objects we cling to. The more we hold, the more dependent we become. In the end, not seeing clearly our actions, we become bound, enslaved by many things we believe to be ours forever in this world. Even if we create these things ourselves, they never truly belong to us. We only borrow, only rent them. And when we pass on, we leave them all behind. In grasping what we call ours, we reinforce the sense of self. The stronger the self, the greater the troubles. The more delusion, the more suffering. We must realize, not grasping does not mean having nothing. It does not mean lacking even a bowl for rice. As said before, grasping is a habit of the mind. One still holds a cup to drink water, but without clinging. Thus, if the cup breaks, one does not rage or despair, nor cling with madness. One still holds the cup, yet remains free of it. Broadly, one still possesses, still uses worldly things. Yet the mind does not cling, does not attach. Thus, there is no suffering. Then this world, instead of bondage, becomes a realm of freedom. Wisdom means we still have, still use, still see, still hear, yet do not cling. Do not hold so tightly that it becomes suffering. Reflect, how many flowers of friendship and of family have we destroyed, of kinship, of human connection, of social bonds, and with nature itself, all for selfish grasping, possessing and enjoying for ourselves. The wise come into this life without harming it. They come to learn, not to dominate. They come to give, to contribute, to beautify, not to plunder. They enter the forest of life's flowers, without destroying or harming, without exploiting to exhaustion. They have the wisdom to extract life's essence, without damaging life itself, like the bee sipping nectar from flowers, to make honey without harming the flower. Wisdom means not clinging, not hoarding, and what seems paradoxical to worldly eyes is that precisely this non-clinging is freedom and true joy. The wise loosen the grasp and attachments in their mind, so that their mind becomes free, unbound, independent. They pass through life without causing harm, without disruption or destruction, yet still draw forth the ultimate nature and supreme value of life. That is wisdom, for only wisdom leads to freedom. Freedom is walking through life without taking or rejecting, therefore without conflict or contention, entering the forest without disturbing the grass, entering the water without stirring the waves. Moreover, such a person does not walk with wisdom alone, but with the second step. A compassionate heart is a peaceful heart, one that seeks to harm nothing, wishing all beings peace and happiness, wishing others and all creatures to be happy, and helping them to be so, wishing others and all beings to be free from suffering, and helping them out of suffering. With such a compassionate heart, their life overflows with joy, overflowing with the nectar of happiness. The less one clings, the more one's life expands in freedom. The more compassion, the more one's life embraces all existence with happiness. This world is a field of freedom and joy. This world is the place for us to journey in freedom and happiness.